This is John McCarthy on board Les Bars 2010 with the 2-minute history of Sarasota. First there were the Indians. They lived here for thousands of years. Then came the Spanish. Their diseases wiped out the Indians. Then came the English. They mapped the wilderness. Then came the new Indians, the Seminoles from Georgia and Alabama. Then came the homesteaders. They pushed the new Indians out. Then came the war between the states, and the cow hunters discovered the Myakka River. Then came the hardy settlers from the north and south after the war. Then came the colonists from Scotland and developed downtown Sarasota. Then came dredge channels and steamboats from Tampa. Then came the railroad to bring out the produce and fish and to bring in the people. Then came the newspapers and telephones and ice. Then came Mrs. Palmer, Owen Burns, and John and Mabel Ringling. Then came automobiles, hotels, and the First World War. Then came the Tamiami Trail to connect us to the outside world. Then came the city of Sarasota and the county of Sarasota. And then came the Florida boom in the 1920s when real estate values soared. Then came a hurricane that wiped out Miami. Then came the Florida bust and real estate values declined. Then came the Depression, but nobody here went hungry because there was lots of fishing and farms. Then came recreation centers like the Lido Casino to make us feel good in the Depression. Then came the Second World War and the folks had to sacrifice. Then came the end of the war and lots of folks moved here. Then came the subdivisions, the shopping centers and condominiums, and that's the history of Sarasota in 2 minutes.